कार्यावळीन आनी आमच्या बरोबर ह्या विशयाचेर उलोवपा खातीर आसा लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन युरी आलेमाव. देव बरें करूं. एक म्हणजे फर्स्ट आय कम डिरेक्टली टू दी पॉयंट. विजय उरलो भितर आनी भायर तुमी स जाले आनी तेज्या उपरांत विरेश बोरकाराचें हांवें स्टेटमेंट आयकलो. तो म्हणपाक लागलो की सेटींग चल्लां म्हणून तो थंय उरलो म्हणून. आनी what is your reaction to that?
See, it is very sad that such a thing happened. पयली सुवातेर जें मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट आहा हो लेजिस्लेचराचेर हेजो कितलो वापर जाता, खास करून ज्या पद्दतीन मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट हॅज एन इफेक्ट ऑन दी एक्झिक्युटिव्ह. The model code of conduct starts with a political party or a candidate should not indulge in so and so. At the start, when we were shouting for bills to be listed, important bills, scrapping section 39A, 17.2 that Firdin Babri Bello gave us of enough is enough. ही bill आम्ही फ्रायडे मांडलोली आनी ते दिस आमी सगळ्यांनी प्रोटेस्ट केलो, 7 जाणांनी प्रोटेस्ट केलो आनी आमी डिसिजन घेतलेले त्या दिसाक ऑन फ्रायडे दॅट वी विल कंटिन्यू द प्रोटेस्ट. We were all wearing black. And after wearing that, first of all, when will the speaker list these bills? When will the government get these bills listed? Because this is the most important thing in the current that the government needs to do. It looks like the chief minister wants to bat and wants to bowl. So who's the bowler? Today, the people need to understand. It is a very simple part. Yes. For us as opposition, we wanted the session to go on. No opposition member didn't want the session to go on. It is our right. We never asked for curtailment. If a point of order was put, that particular point of order, ki a session curtail jawpak jay. First of all, it was not discussed with us. We were caught off guard. Cricket ni ball guard asta. We were caught off guard with this act. Basically, whether it was appropriate to raise that point of order, nothing stops us. For us, politically, it is good that a session is on.
But Vijay raised the point of order in the morning. He only pointed out की जर तुम्ही अशें केले जाल्यार मॉडेल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट वायलेट जातलो.
Now, I will not specifically speak on Vijay. I will speak on the 6 legislators who were there and were asked to be marshalled out. Why selectively 6 were marshalled out? When the speaker is very clear that to send all the 7 home, all the 7 out of the house. Anik tya velar it is a moral duty to support us as an opposition. It is a moral duty the way we were dragged out. Now what was the point? The point was we wanted the bills and we wanted the chief minister to give us an assurance that these bills would be spoken on.
Tell me about, let us come to that later on. Tell me your reaction. My question was that Viresh Borkar has already said something to Vijay Sardesai. I want your stand clear on Vijay Sardesai.
See, my stand is very clear. Jesucho gat, Judas getlo mon Jesu khabar ashilli. Called kano. This is now happening, seems to be time and over again. We need to stick to a strategy. Ami sole burge asot. पण आमी आतां ह्या विधानसभेन जेन्ना एक कशें वेता आमचे मदें फूट घालपाचो प्रयत्न कोण करता, that is the $1 million question. The $1 million question is the people of Goa wanted this assembly to continue, wanted our bills to be listed, 15 important bills. Till Friday we wanted to be listed. Now on trying to curtail the session using constitution and all this, we are the opposition. It is our right to make sure that the session goes on. And for a fact that Mumbai, Maharashtra assembly is still on. There is a by-election there happening. Why is that not being curtailed? So why is this? Is this selective amnesia? Selective amnesia to make sure that the government gets away with this 39A bills.
Vijay Sardesai helped government to curtail the session. Is that what you want to say?
See, I am trying to say it is very crystal clear that out of 7 opposition members, 6 members wanted their bills to be listed. That was the first thing that we were fighting on. Suddenly, Vijay comes with a point of order saying that curtailment and we will not get assurances. All that is fair. Today, there are no nominations. As I said, the model code of conduct, what does it say? It says that it is first expressed to candidates. It is to political parties. Okay, let the minister not give an assurance. What doesn't happen? But it would give us a platform to lay our bills. We are fighting. We were on the verge of getting this government to get the bills. Get 39A list, get this bill against 39A, against 17.2. So we were on that verge. Suddenly, when something goes in this way, there is a doubt of suspicion whether Chief Minister is batting and bowling as well. This is something that I think the people of Goa have seen today. It was never discussed that this type of point of order would be put. We were till Friday when we came out of the house. We discussed we will wear black. We will continue our protest and make sure that these bills are listed. So yes, I think Jenna Rajkaran ko day. I think this is not something which is healthy. It happened in 2017 as well. The same Rajkaran happened. This is why the BJP today is in power. Let me recall. It is because the Congress at that time had the majority. But what made them at that time, or what made BJP come to power here? So I call this selective amnesia, because this is not in the interest of the state, especially for an opposition. And all the opposition MLAs were absolutely furious of what happened today. Are amka zoroin hoyi ottai dinga, amka odu not. It is a duty, moral responsibility to see what is happening rather than staying there.
So this was not planned. This, raising the point of order about curtailment of assembly was not planned. It was not a opposition's plan. That is what you are trying to say.
See, we were not informed about it that this adjournment motion move kello. Adjournment move motion kello. कित्याक bill list जावपाक जाय म्हणून. त्याच नंतर हे जातले म्हणून कोणाकूच oppositionाक they were kept blank.
What your role would have been?
No, definitely we would have said that Maharashtra there is elections happening. Maharashtra there is assembly happening as we are speaking now. Why is that not being curtailed? Can they speak? So can you selectively do these parts? Other parts of there is also by-elections, I believe, in Gujarat. I'm not sure whether the assembly is on there. So basically the Chief Minister itself assured us on the first day when I asked him about Ponda. He said, no, the session will continue. Budget is already passed. But what I'm trying to say is, my point is, the major part is that the bills were the central focal point to which we were heading and making sure that this government could get nailed on these bills. These sections need to go home. There were more than 15 bills, especially to scrap Goa Agriculture Protection Bill Act. And the government was supposed to give us that, stick to the point. There was the whole day. Why suddenly get another point of order when the speaker is not giving us a clear answer? When I stood up, I clearly asked for an answer on the bill. Will you list it? When will you list it? And then out of the blue, you get another sort of a suggestion. So this is not in the interest of the state. I believe जेन्ना आज लोक गोंयकार सगळे आमकां चोयताय खंयच्या पद्दतीने जाता आनी खास करून अरे कलीग आमी सगळे एकमुखाचे पळे आमकां थिंगा उबान वयले आनी थिंगा रावप. एंड आय डो नॉट अंडरस्टँड वेन द स्पीकर आदेश जेन्ना दिता ऑपोजिशना सगळ्या भायर काडा मागीर रुलिंगा आसता ऑपोजिशना मोद फेन्साचे कोण आसत मग कायदो हा केसलो कित्याक रावताय मोद ह्या फेन्साचेर. You have to be either you are part of opposition or ruling. When he gave the marshals a dictate that opposition MLA should be taken out, why are all opposition MLA not taken out? This is a big $1 million question.
So now this will also impact, this is out of assembly question, but this will also impact your future political moves, or you have now reduced faith in Vijay Sardesai.
See, I do not want to specifically speak on individuals. It is for the party to decide. Once bitten, twice shy. It happened in the past. It is for the party to analyze. The party will decide on the future step. But my views, I will definitely put. It is the party's goal in the future to become the single largest majority.
So, as far as Yuri Alemao is concerned, he has a trust deficit with Vijay Sardesai.
It doesn't matter whether Yuri Alemao has a trust
deficit.
What matters is that when we stick to a game plan, whether someone needs to compromise to make sure that the opposition go out in one go. That is the other headline. गोंयकार सगळ्यांक जाय की आमी एकठांय जालोले. आतां ह्याच पद्दतीन जेन्ना डावट जाता लोकां मध्ये डावट जाता, वी वर ऑन द वर्ज, एज आय एम सेइंग, द स्पीकर वॉज सपोज टू मेक अ स्टेटमेंट. saying that the bills would be taken up or whatever it is. Speaker's decision is the final decision. Out of that, suddenly, if they are curtailing it, this is not what the opposition wanted. We were that the session had to go on. Yes, they would say, I cannot promise certain things on Ponda or whatever. That does not mean that you curtail the session. And the worst part, this gave them that opportunity to pass the entire budget. So when, now till the morning, we were given a list of business, a revised list of business at 2:30 session starts. 2:31 they started. And when I saw that the entire remaining demands are being passed, I stood up and I made a point that this is basically a murder of democracy, what is happening today. You all are passing entire state's budget. You could have done a vote on account.
Without discussion.
Yes, he could have taken vote on account, push it for the next session. So basically, today's move has allowed this government not to take a session. Now there will be a session for 2 days in the next 6 months. So today, whatever has been done, it is not in the interest of democracy, not in the interest of the opposition. The Chief Minister today has played very smartly. He has made sure that he has passed this budget. No discussion.
बट आतां तांणी डिस्कशन समज केल्लें जाल्यार ते वेगवेगळे प्रोनाउन्स करता आशिल्ले, अश्युरन्सीस दिता आशिल्ले. वुडंट इट वायलेट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट?
So that as a part of a strategy, we were pushing, as I said, towards the bills. These bills were important. The sale of land of Goa should stop. Reckless sales should stop. Now for 6 months it is going to continue. Even if the Adesh did, as part of a strategy, we would have made sure that he was accountable. And the bill gaile ti geli. Bill and the session only.
Your focus is those bills.
100%. The entire focus of the opposition was that this 39A bill had to be discussed.
So now what happens? Now assembly is over right now, and I know that for sure that now maybe there will be another assembly for a few days, and then we are heading towards the elections. What happened to these? What will happen to these issues now? 39A, and especially because when Viresh Borkar was on hunger strike, you are with him, and the assurance was given that we will do something in the.
See, both the speaker and the chief minister, both have lied. Both have lied. When an assurance was given, first of all, he said there would be no cases on people who protested. Number two, he said this would come for discussion during the Business Advisory Committee meeting. I was very clear that these bills had to be bought. That was part of one of the assurances given to Viresh that these bills would be bought in the assembly. Now, I was the first person to put these bills when Firdin Bab Rebello requested the opposition members. I remember on the 15th of February, I put that bill. 16th February, Bab Swapnesh and their co-group came to meet me. And I showed them what I had put. On the 19th, I get a communication from Secretary Legislature that the bill has been sent to the Law Department for vetting, after which the BAC happens. And during the BAC, I was very specific, and they said that this bill would be bought in. Maka jenna, ami jenna speakera lagi magle, ek reminder gelo, dusro reminder gelo, finance gelo, TCP gelo, ya department jenna reminder gelo, law department, kite cholla ka mnon. At that particular time, it was that in case there was business this Friday, it was their duty to get it in. And they were pressurized. And I'm sure that with the pressure, they would get in. Now the assembly is going to be signed in. Now when it is going to be signed in, we'll be able to put these bills. See, as legislators, amchi kaam kite hain. Lokang dista, it is also something mantrak marapu dandbini genu. Now, amchi kaam as legislators to put the bill. That is what Bab Firdin is also very clear. He says, go bill mada. And this strategy jenna uza kotta. And thank jenna session short jai. See, he wanted to pass the budget. That's why he took the entire session. Now the code of conduct would come. He anticipated that. But the election commission is very clear that they cannot get into the affairs of the assembly. The house is supreme. What Digambar Kamath said is correct. That the house is supreme. The house is supreme. We are lawmakers. We can work within our jurisdiction, not speak on Ponda. We can speak, but they should not give an answer. But why is it curtailed?
or maybe South Goa. The
No, yes,
code of
South
conduct
Goa,
is
yes,
for South
okay.
Goa.
So, but why do you curtail the assembly? Curtail, okay. Take the demands for
When
the.
you had placed this thing, private members resolution, and you were speaking, I heard you saying that some people from even ruling would be supporting me. Was it real, or seriously you are expecting some ruling
a
people?
private
to
member's
support?
bill,
Yeah,
not
especially
resolution.
39A.
Yeah, so see, definitely Jeet Arolkar, I'll be very clear, also tabled a bill. He tabled a bill because he wanted to speak on the bill. So there were 8 people who moved that Goa agriculture bill.
Yeah.
That means they all wanted to speak on the merits, on what is happening, on whatever needs to be done. But if we look today, what is the end result of it? Curtailment. Curtailment, and that also आता डिमांड्स पडे हाय त्या नॉर्मली पावसा दिसांनी अधिवेशन एक जाता ह्या जावपाचें ना 4 वर्सां जाली आज जातले सप्टेंबरा 2 दीस नेमसेक जातले हीज पास्ट एंटायर थिंग सो त्याक ती ऑप्शन दिवपाची पण आसली मुखेलमंत्रीक इफ आय वॉज a mature legislator or a matured seasoned politician, as an opposition, I would not give the key in the hand of the chief minister. The chief minister took advantage of the situation and made sure that we have to suffer now for the next 6 months. He made sure that vote on account na full budget.
But he had given an option saying that you pass vote on account now, let budget be discussed later on. That was also said by Vijay Sardesai. For 4 months,
see, what I am trying to say is that when these people are lethal, you give them the ball, तुम्ही बॉट दिले न्हू तेंगा ते आखे आत कोताय आतां तुम्ही बॉल गायलो ते तेम भाशे बरे बॅटिंग मान मुखेलमंत्रीन तो सिक्सर मारलो स्टेडियमा भायर हे तेणें केलां हे आज एडवांटेज घेतल्या इफ दॅट पॉयंट ऑर्डर वॉज नॉट रेज्ड assembly would have continued.
Miscalculation जालेशें दिसता तुका. You wanted to do something, it happened.
आमचें जालें ना. We were not part of it. I think I can vouch for the 6 MLAs. We were not part of this strategy. We were not part of it. Our strategy was simple. काडे घाला आमी गोंयकार काडे घाला आनी एजे स्पिकराच्या प्रेशरार घालून हे बिल हाडपाचो आमी प्रयत्न करपाक जाय आनी तें आमी केलें. We were not part of this strategy.
So now what happens outside the assembly right now? 39H protests chalu urtale. Are you designing something so that
see finally let's be very honest. We were guided by a retired chief justice who had vision, who basically asked us that this should be taken up in the assembly, move it up as a bill, it needs to be out. When Viresh Bab protested at that particular time, they felt that the hunger strike unto death was not necessarily required, and there were Cloud Alvarez by Norma, they suggested to him that certain areas kept in abeyance. Now you all fight in the assembly. So when we fight in the assembly at that particular time before the start, I said that these guys are lethal, whether they get a bill to protect Goa's interest or whether to protect interest of Bhaile, Delhi, Vermani, Sharma. It's a big question now because there's a lot at stake. I will make another very clear statement. I have personally not converted a single centimeter or millimeter of land. I have no conflict of interest. Whichever sections, or my family does not have any conflict of interest. I have nothing to hide away. Nothing will make me basically back out to make sure that these harmful sections are there. So, आमकां जेन्ना सांगलें, आमी तें केलें. आतां जेन्ना सरकार बुलडोज कोता, आणि बुलडोज ज्या पद्धतीन आज हे बजेट पास केला ऑन द प्रीटेक्स्ट टेकन एडवांटेज. सो दिस पर्टिक्युलर पार्ट वी विल पुट टू द NGOs, put it to our party, put it to the people. Now whether this is the people have to decide. See, it's a classic example. The people finally, रुपेश बाब कितें जाता, पणजे इलेक्शन जाली कॉर्पोरेशनाची, इतलो बोवाड जालो, इतले मुवमेंट जाले, इतले स्ट्रायक जाले, इतले हंगर स्ट्रायक जाले. कितें जालो तेजो उपयोग? सो लोकांक कितें जाय? लोकांक कसिनो जाय, लोकांक म्हारगाय जाय, लोकांक उदक फकत एकवर जाय. लोक जरी तर उठना जाल्यार आमी कितें करप?
Why? Tell me.
No, that is possibly some sort of a. I didn't sleep for 2 days after looking at the result. I mean, as a political party or leader of opposition, today it's my duty to strategize. But what is the criteria to win an election? Whether issue is winning an election, whether vitamin M is the criteria, or what is the criteria? The people need to understand. Finally, as a legislator or a smart legislator, we need to analyze it. I mean, this was the epicenter of so many strikes, protests, day in, day out.
But I think ideally in the election year, you should have answer for this, why it's happening.
No, so that is what this is. We need to put it to the people. We still have 8 months, 9 months for the people to decide. We need to have a clear-cut thinking, and I specifically feel that the NGOs, activists, Goa's well-wishers should educate the people of Goa of what happens during voting. How do we have to win? It's 66% rather to 34%. But the 66% of people, what they should do, what they should do during to make sure that such type of practices are not continued. But they need to be educated, because unless people ask, they are basically screaming, speaking, few people, but they are not worried about it. This has been proved in
that is also your worry for this year right now.
See, I have a very open heart. If you look at it, I'm pretty broad-minded. Why we lost 22 is still in my head. When we had so many factors, our political party, the Congress party, did not give defectors the ticket, did not give tainted elements the ticket. There was so much criteria, but we got only 11.
You took people from BJP and gave them ticket.
No, see, yes, they took people.
So from BJP's perspective, they were defectors.
No. ये 8 जहाँ पड़ गए. Michael Lobo सोड.
Digambar Kamath was defected from one party to another, was given a ticket.
Now, see, Digambar Kamath, when I was a young boy at that time, in 2004, roughly 2004-5, no one thought Digambar Kamath would join the Congress party. At that time, defection and the Sarkar Manohar Parrikar was thrown out, or the government, the action started at my house in Varka. Everyone, the entire party, everything happened there. Priya Ranjan Dasmunshi, Margaret Alva, all of them were stationed at my house. All the leaders. And Digambar Kamath was in Rajasthan at that particular time. He came on the pretext of a wedding here. He was with Manohar Parrikar. He came here. See, the idea what I am trying to say is very, very simple. Simple idea ki the people should elect 20 plus to a single largest party. Defections happen when there is basically the BJP, they are at the helm of affairs. They are basically a well-oiled machine. Today, they've got money, they've got muscle power, they've got absolutely all, ED, CBI, IT, all the people there at stake. But, sadharan prashna, ponje kit zale, candidates were clean. So why were they not elected? That is something that we need as a case study of why this happens.
Okay, going back to assembly, Mirabag protest happened inside the assembly, and the target was Vijay Sardesai. But we never saw you supporting Vijay Sardesai because the cause was opposition.
Let me tell you, you can confirm with the Mirabag protesters. 9 months ago, the first meeting was held in my office. At that particular time, we instructed the engineers of the WRD, executive engineers. Our party president was also part of that meeting, and including Sanket Bhandari and some people. At that time, they assured us that that project would not go ahead. The day these protesters were arrested, up to 3 a.m. I was awake, following every moment. You can ask the people who were actually kept in the cell, in the police station. Sokat deputy collector aso, tej naw mak ugad asa, tej number paso off dol, bodyan dolo. I sokane tina haंव न्हिदपाक गेलो त्या particular दिसाक. आमी स्पीकराकूय सांगले की तुज्या मतदारसंघाचे हे तूं तेंचेर केस कित्याक घालता. आमी SP को उलयले, DG कडेन उलयले, and next day early in the morning they were released. So it is not that what we are for these protesters. interest. Whatever projects are not in the interest of the state, they are not in the interest of, they should not be taken.
But the
away.
kind of protest that happened was not required in the assembly. At least it is your
No,
opinion.
see that also we were not aware.
Hmm.
At least the 6 MLAs are not aware. जेन्ना ते बोवाड जावपा लागलो म्हाका दिसलो हाटल्यान चोयल्या संकल्प बोवाड हितू हॉर्सा कित्याक मात कामो चोयल्या मागीर वयर चोयलें. See, people today are frustrated. People are frustrated because the local MLA, the government did not approach them for 27 days. So they came there, they protested, they shouted. So this was part definitely of a system that is against this government. People are frustrated कित्याक हो सरकार आज ज्या पद्दतीन लुटता, दीस रात आज तेंगेलो लक्ष फक्त हे जे crony capitalist are. This is a project about 400 odd crores. So this amount, if it is not in the interest of the state, then why should it be even taken forward? It should be withdrawn immediately in the interest of the state.
पण मिराबागचो जितलो इश्यू जावपा जाय आशिल्लो तितलो आमी इश्यू पळोवना असेंब्ली म्हणजे तुमचे तर्फे जावना.
ना
एलपीजीचे इश्यू
फाल्यांचो दीस आमकां सांगता, फाल्यांचो दीस WRD डिपार्टमेंटाचो डिमांड्स आशिल्ले. आमी सगळे डिटेल घेवन फाल्यांच्या दीस देर आर मिडियम्स where we can speak. So that particular part, Mirabag, was supposed to be raised. Exactly what the power presentation, whatever feedback that I got, I was supposed to raise that in the house and make sure that the minister scraps this project. LPGचो प्रश्न आमी पयलो काडलो. I raised it 3 times continuously. Mukhyamantri is on record. Mukhyamantri is on record ki I asked him ki everywhere there is एक माहोल जाल्लो आसा भिलेले आहाय. आनीक तो म्हणूंक लागलो, पयले दिसाक म्हणूंक लागलो की इतलो स्टॉक हा 1 म्हयन्याचो. मागीर दुसरे दिसा जेन्ना उलयलो म्हणूंक लागलो 15 दिसा स्टॉक हा. सो ते टायमार हांवें मुखेलमंत्री सांगिल्लें की म्हजी गॅस स्कीम ही स्कीम काडा, एक सायकली पंप घेया, सिलिंडरा भितर वारें मारा आनी मागीर ते लोकांक दिया. 3 सिलिंडर काय दिवंक ना. हो तिसरो सिलिंडर म्हणजे 3 सिलिंडर दिला, 3 ब्लंडर दिले, 16B, 17 to 39. So if you look today, the hotel industry is in shambles. There's absolutely chaos. So this was what we raised, but the chief minister made a statement. I said you call in during the Gulf crisis also. We raised that issue. Ki you am jenna calling attention मागेले that time तेणे एक helpline number घातलो evening. I congratulate केलें तेका. पूण हांवें म्हणलें मागीर आनी गॅसी कितें कोतलो, तेजेर तो सायलंट आहलो. मागीर म्हणलो लागलो आमी हेजेर मुखार चोया, पयलीं थिंग गल्फा आहा ती क्रायसीस चोया. ही इज ऑन रिकॉर्ड इफ यू चॅक. हिंग गोंय कितें जाता तें मागीर चोया म्हणलो लागलो. सो दीस इज द वे. एंड टुडे द वे थिंग्स आर मुवींग फॉरवर्ड. Commercial LPG has been stopped. Local, state consumers are all basically scared of what is that. So there is absolutely nothing. And this is part of also our foreign policy. Because of the failed foreign policies, this is a result of that. And this is suffering of double engine circle. You look at Kerala. I mean, COVID time, they were so systematic. Today itself, the state has actually managed today to make sure that there is no buying of cylinders that is happening. What has the state done here?
Okay, but in Karnataka, the first one in Bangalore, the first restaurant guys to stop operations was in Karnataka, where Congress is ruling.
No, so exactly. ते पत्र दिल मरे मुखेलमंत्री कन्नडान बरय म्हणे ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ वाच मोये. पत्र वाच मातशें कन्नडान बरयला तो कन्नड उलोवपा, तो आनी दुसरो दोगांय कन्नड उलोवपा बरें हायत. कन्नडीन वाच म्हणे कर्नाटकान सांगला हॉटेल बंद उडयताय, गोंयची हॉटेल बंद पडटली काय कितें. ते जेन्ना आमी ताका सांगलें बरें वाचता म्हणून लागलो, कांय ना तेजेर रिप्लाय. कर्नाटका आनी चेन्नई, there were 2 states that the hotel association said yes. आनीक हिंगा सगळे कंट्रोल आहा म्हणून लागलो. मायकल लोबो म्हणून लागलो फाल्यां बंद जातले ऑन द सेम हावस. सो देर इज एब्सोल्युटली पॉलिसी पॅरालिसीस.
ओके, लास्ट आनी इम्पॉर्टंट, फोंडा बाय इलेक्शन्साची सद्या आसा. Are you going solo in Ponda? Are you also taking Goa Forward with you, RGP with you, and other like-minded parties with you?
See, the idea is united we stand, divided we fall. A very simple formula. Ponda by-election was a Congress seat when we contested as an alliance with Goa Forward. Number 2, today RGP, Aam Aadmi Party, various other political parties that are there, I will make an honest effort to them to make sure that whether they will support the Congress party. That is a role that has been given to me. We spoke, I believe today our desk in charge, Thackeray, is come, Manikrao Thackeray ji. And today, after your interview, I am having a meeting right away about the model that has to be followed with Ponda. People want that it has to be a one-to-one fight. The Congress party has already started their campaign in, I believe, has almost 50% in the municipal areas, and panchayat areas about 30% has been completed. So we have already started the campaign. The campaign is already on. Yes, we are hopeful that what happened in the Zilla election should not happen again. So every action has a reaction, or equal and opposite reaction. It's a very simple law. So every action there is an equal and opposite. But for Goa's sake, I believe that we have to get together. We will decide today, finalizing the candidate and stuff like that. And definitely we will tell the other political parties to get together towards this particular.
Thank you very much for spending time with us. ह्या आशिल्ल्या लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन युरी आलेमाव आनी आत्तां जे असेंब्ली सेशन कर्टेल जालें ताका लागून एक इम्पॉर्टंट पॉयंट की फाल्यां मिराबागचो जे विशय आशिल्लो तो येवपाचो आशिल्लो तो येवचो ना आनी बाकीचे वेगवेगळे विशय जे येवपाचे आशिल्ले ते येवचे ना. ते म्हणटा की कर्टेलिंग वॉज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, वी कुड हॅव कंटिन्यूड. आनी फोंड्या बद्दल सगळे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हू आर इन ऑपोजिशन शूड कम टुगेदर अँड फायट, अँड द फायट हॅज टू बी 1-to-1. You're watching Hub Encounter on your favorite channel Goa News Hub. Keep watching us.